Have you ever felt weighed down by the people around you, draining your energy and affecting your happiness? As we age, the need to preserve our emotional well-being becomes even more critical, and one of the most empowering decisions you can make in your later years is to eliminate the negative influences in your life. Negative people, toxic relationships, and unresolved grudges can slowly erode your peace and vitality, leaving you feeling mentally and physically drained. But here's the good news. You have the power to change that. In this video, we'll explore why removing negativity from your life is not just a choice. It's an essential step toward reclaiming your peace and embracing the joy and fulfillment you deserve in your later years. Why you need to watch this video until the end. By the end of this video, you'll understand the profound impact that negative people can have on your mental, emotional, and physical health. We'll discuss how toxic relationships, grudges, and attachments to the past can weigh you down, and how releasing them can lead to a life filled with positivity, peace, and meaningful connections. You'll learn the importance of protecting your emotional space, why forgiveness is crucial for your well-being, and how to embrace change as you age. You'll also discover how eliminating destructive romantic relationships can bring you the freedom to experience love in a healthy and nurturing way. This video will guide you toward living a more fulfilled, emotionally resilient life. So stick with me until the end to uncover the powerful changes you can make today. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. The first thing you should eliminate from your life in old age is negative people. As you enter the later years of your life, one of the most important and empowering decisions you can make is to rid yourself of the toxic influence of negative people. These individuals are not merely an inconvenience. They are like an invisible weight, a heavy burden that clings to your spirit, relentlessly draining your energy with every word they speak, every complaint they voice, and every grim view of the world they share. Their constant criticisms, their bleak outlook on life, and their tendency to find fault in everything around them slowly, insidiously suck the joy from your soul. It's like living under a perpetual storm cloud that you cannot escape, where no matter how hard you try, the negativity that surrounds you feels suffocating. The more you allow these people into your life, the more you feel your vitality ebb away, leaving you emotionally exhausted, weighed down by their unhappiness, and mentally drained. The interactions with negative people, though seemingly innocent at first, gradually wear you down. Each conversation with them feels like an emotional tug-of-war, leaving you depleted, as if their pessimism is contagious, wrapping itself around your spirit and infecting your thoughts. It's not just about feeling down for a moment. It's about the lasting impact they have on your overall mental and physical health. Their negative energy can create a toxic environment that impacts your mood, your emotional state, and even your body. You may start to notice a lack of motivation, a sense of hopelessness that begins to seep into your own mindset. Their never-ending complaints, criticisms, and toxic attitudes don't just affect you temporarily. They chip away at the very core of your being, eroding your sense of well-being and inner peace. At this stage in life, where time becomes more precious and fleeting, it is more crucial than ever to prioritize your mental, emotional, and physical health. The years ahead deserve to be filled with tranquility, positivity, and people who bring light into your life, not those who dim your spirit with their constant negativity. Every moment you spend with negative individuals is a moment stolen from your happiness, a precious gift of time that you will never get back. Their problems become your problems, their darkness becomes your darkness, and their unhappiness becomes a weight that you are forced to carry, even though it never belonged to you in the first place. You have worked hard over the years to build a life of peace and balance, and to allow negative people to persist in your world is to invite chaos and disturbance that disrupts everything you have cultivated. Every encounter with these toxic individuals has the potential to take something away from you. Your peace of mind, your joy, and your vitality. It's a gradual process, but one that leaves deep emotional scars. You may start to feel physically worn out after spending time with them, your body reacting to the stress they create. Perhaps you notice that you become more irritable, more restless, and more anxious when they are around. Over time, these emotional and mental shifts can manifest physically, causing tension, headaches, fatigue, and other stress-related symptoms. The toll on your well-being is not just emotional. It can be profoundly physical as well. And yet, this is a drain that you can control. You have the power to decide who enters your life and who gets to stay. If you begin to notice that certain people are consistently bringing you down, consistently stealing your joy and energy, it's essential to take a step back and truly evaluate these relationships. Ask yourself, do these people lift me up, or do they leave me feeling drained and emotionally battered? If they fall into the latter category, then it's time to reconsider their place in your life. You don't have to subject yourself to their toxicity just because they have been a part of your life for a long time. Cutting ties with negative individuals, or at least significantly reducing the time you spend with them, is not a selfish act. It is an act of self-preservation, a declaration that you value your own emotional, mental, and physical well-being. You have every right to protect your peace and to choose who you allow into your sacred space. Life is too short, too fragile, and too valuable to waste on people who cannot see the good in the world, who refuse to appreciate the beauty of life, and who insist on seeing everything through a lens of negativity. By removing or distancing yourself from these toxic individuals, you open up the space to welcome in relationships that nurture, inspire, and uplift. Imagine a life surrounded by people who support you, who bring positivity into your days, who make you laugh, and who help you grow. These are the people who encourage your passions, who believe in your dreams, and who genuinely care for your happiness and well-being. These are the relationships that will add value to your life, that will bring joy, laughter, and fulfillment into your daily existence. They will fill your heart with warmth and your mind with peace, leaving no room for the heaviness that negativity creates. The power to create a life of joy and abundance lies in your hands. When you eliminate toxic, draining relationships from your life, you make room for the people and experiences that truly enrich you. You begin to attract more light, more positivity, and more beauty into your life. In this space of clarity and emotional freedom, you can focus on what truly matters, enjoying the gift of life, embracing your wisdom, and experiencing the fullness of every moment. The time you have left is too precious to waste on relationships that bring nothing but pain and sorrow. Instead, fill your life with love, peace, and joy, and cherish the freedom that comes with shedding the weight of negativity. You deserve it, and you've earned it. The second most important thing you must eliminate from your life as you age is the heavy, destructive weight of grudges and resentments. Holding on to past wounds is like being shackled by invisible chains, tying you to moments of hurt and betrayal that rob you of the freedom to fully embrace the present. Over the years, many of us accumulate feelings of anger, frustration, or regret. These emotions can feel justified, even righteous, but as you grow older, it becomes more crucial than ever to release these emotional burdens. Clinging to grudges doesn't serve to punish the person who hurt you, it only punishes you. It is a poison to your soul, a constant reminder of pain that hinders your ability to experience peace, joy, and the fullness of life in the here and now. The emotional weight of resentment can have a profound impact on your mental and physical health. It stirs up stress, keeps you trapped in negative thought cycles, and increases feelings of anxiety and bitterness. Research has shown that unresolved anger and resentment are not just emotional struggles. They can have tangible consequences on your health. The emotional toll of carrying a grudge can contribute to health issues such as high blood pressure, insomnia, and even heart disease. Every time you replay the hurt in your mind, it is as if you are choosing to relive that moment of pain, causing your body to react in a way that wears down your health. Your mind and body cannot separate the emotional stress from its physical impact. It's a complete, integrated experience that can leave you feeling worn down, tense, and drained. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Forgiveness, though it may seem impossible at times, is the greatest gift you can offer yourself. It is not about excusing the wrongs that were done to you or forgetting the pain, but about releasing yourself from the emotional prison that keeps you chained to the past. Forgiving is an act of self-liberation, a way to reclaim your peace, your joy, and your energy. When you forgive, you free yourself from the weight of resentment that no longer serves you. You allow yourself to move forward without the emotional baggage that has been holding you back. While it may seem like an insurmountable task, forgiveness is not for the person who hurt you, it is for you. It's a way to reclaim your power, to heal, and to create space for a future unencumbered by the pain of yesterday. As you release the grip of old resentments, you make room for a life that feels lighter, freer, and far more fulfilling. No longer consumed by the negativity of unresolved anger, you find that your energy can be directed toward more meaningful pursuits, building new, loving relationships, cultivating joy in the small moments, and creating fresh, positive memories that help shape your present and future. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you forget or that you condone what happened, nor does it mean that the other person's actions are excused. It simply means that you are no longer allowing the past to control your present. You choose to heal, to break free from the bitterness that once consumed you, and to give yourself the opportunity to live more fully, more peacefully, and more joyfully. Letting go of grudges and resentments is not just about emotional healing. It is about reclaiming your vitality, your sense of self, and your right to experience life to its fullest. You deserve a future where you are not weighed down by old wounds, but empowered by the strength it takes to release them. Forgiving is the ultimate act of self-love, a declaration that you are ready to embrace the present with an open heart, free from the shadows of the past. The third crucial thing you should eliminate from your life as you age is the paralyzing fear of change. As time passes, it's natural to feel comforted by routines and habits. These familiar patterns provide a sense of stability and security in a world that seems to be constantly shifting. However, clinging too tightly to the known, driven by the fear of what's unfamiliar, can prevent you from fully embracing the wealth of new opportunities that life continues to offer, regardless of age. The fear of change often shows itself in subtle ways: avoiding new technologies that could improve your daily life, declining invitations to explore new places that could enrich your experiences, or hesitating to form new friendships that could bring joy and connection. This fear, if left unchecked, becomes a cage, locking you away from the limitless possibilities that lie just beyond your comfort zone. In old age, the tendency to resist change may feel more pronounced, but it is precisely at this time that embracing change is most vital. Life in its fullest sense is not a static, predictable journey. It is a constantly evolving adventure that invites us to continue growing, learning, and discovering new things. The idea that you have reached a point where growth is no longer possible is a myth. Every day holds potential for transformation, whether in small, seemingly insignificant moments or in grand, life-altering decisions. Fear of change may make you feel safe in the short term, but over time, it leads to stagnation, a life that has become routine and uninspired, devoid of the spark that once made it vibrant. Letting go of the fear of change is a way to reclaim the vitality of life. It's about keeping your mind sharp, your heart open, and your soul alive with curiosity and excitement for what's to come. Change is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced, for it is through change that we find new experiences, new perspectives, and new joys. Whether it's learning how to use a new piece of technology, taking a trip to a place you've never been before, or simply making the decision to reach out and form a new connection with someone, each step forward is an opportunity to enrich your life. Old age should not be seen as a time for retreat or resignation, but rather a time of ongoing discovery. Even the smallest changes, trying a new hobby, exploring different ways of thinking, or meeting new people, can have a profound and positive impact on your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Embracing change allows you to stay engaged with the world, to remain mentally active, and to foster emotional connections that keep you vibrant and alive. It gives you the freedom to adapt to new circumstances with grace, and it enables you to move forward with a sense of lightness and anticipation, rather than fear or resistance. Remember, some of the best chapters of your life may still lie ahead of you. The stories you haven't yet written, the experiences you haven't yet lived, and the memories you haven't yet created are all waiting for you to step forward and welcome them. Change, though it may be daunting, is the gateway to these new adventures. Don't let the fear of the unknown keep you locked away from the beauty and excitement that the future holds. Be willing to open the door to new possibilities, and you'll find that the best parts of your life may still be unfolding, one bold step at a time. The fourth thing you should eliminate from your life in old age is insisting on maintaining toxic or worn-out romantic relationships. As the years go by, it becomes increasingly clear that time is one of the most precious resources we possess. Once lost, time cannot be regained, and every day that passes is a reminder of just how finite our moments truly are. When you find yourself stuck in a relationship that no longer nurtures your soul, provides genuine affection, or fosters mutual growth, it's not just a missed opportunity. It's a heartbreaking drain on your emotional and mental health. Many people remain in these relationships, bound by the fear of loneliness or an overwhelming attachment to the past. They feel as if they can't walk away, that they've invested too much to let go. These relationships are often based on resentment, silent bitterness, or patterns of negative behavior that have been ingrained over time, leaving you trapped in suffocating routines. But at this stage in life, you are entitled to more than just survival. You deserve to live in peace, surrounded by authentic love, respect, and companionship. Toxic romantic relationships can be emotionally destructive, leaving scars that go far beyond the superficial. They drain your energy, robbing you of the joy and vitality you deserve. When love turns into manipulation, constant criticism, or an overwhelming lack of care, it has a profound effect on your sense of self-worth. Over time, you may begin to question your value, wondering if you will ever find the love and respect you need. The constant emotional roller coaster leaves you exhausted, mentally and physically. The idea that it's too late to start over is a false belief that many people hold on to, but love, respect, and happiness do not have an expiration date. The truth is, it's never too late to change your life, to walk away from relationships that no longer serve your well-being, and to open yourself to new possibilities. The notion that you should endure in a relationship simply because of fear or the idea that it's too late for anything new is one of the biggest barriers to living a joyful, fulfilling life in old age. Leaving behind a toxic relationship is not a sign of failure. It's a courageous act of self-care, an affirmation of your worth, and a powerful decision to reclaim your emotional health and happiness. When you choose to eliminate a toxic relationship from your life, you make room for healing and growth. This doesn't necessarily mean an immediate, dramatic breakup. Sometimes, it's about shifting the dynamic, setting healthy boundaries, or having those deep, difficult conversations that allow both parties to recognize that the relationship has run its course. There is also a form of closure that can come from reflecting on what the relationship once was and acknowledging that it's no longer sustainable. Closure doesn't mean forgetting. It means releasing the hold that past pain has on your future. By letting go of toxic relationships, you create space for peace to settle into your life once again. You give yourself the gift of serenity, a chance to find joy without the shadow of constant criticism, emotional neglect, or manipulation. Your emotional health becomes your priority, and in doing so, you open yourself up to the possibility of deeper, more meaningful connections. The relationships you cultivate in your later years should lift you up, not weigh you down. Love at this stage of life should be a source of support, companionship, and joy, not stress, confusion, or heartache. You have spent years learning and growing. You understand what truly matters, what brings you happiness, and what leaves you feeling empty. Toxic relationships only cloud your vision of what love can be. They pull you further from the peace you deserve. Letting go of these relationships doesn't mean giving up on love. It means creating space for love that honors who you are now, not who you were in the past. It's about finding people who make your days brighter, who inspire you to be the best version of yourself, and who provide the support and care you need to live with happiness and dignity. You deserve to have people around you who cherish your presence, respect your boundaries, and contribute positively to your well-being. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Your time is too precious to waste in relationships that no longer bring you peace, fulfillment, or joy. At this stage in life, you've earned the right to surround yourself with people who uplift you, who celebrate your uniqueness, and who encourage your growth. It's never too late to find new relationships that will nourish your heart and soul. Don't allow the fear of being alone or the belief that it's too late to start over to keep you in relationships that drain you. Letting go of what no longer serves you allows you to make space for the relationships that will truly enhance your life. Let love be a source of comfort, trust, and joy, not a source of regret, anxiety, or emotional depletion. Surround yourself with those who truly matter, who bring out the best in you, and who help you navigate the journey of life with grace, peace, and fulfillment. Embrace the possibility of new connections, new beginnings, and the hope that love at any age can still be transformative and life-affirming. You deserve that. You've earned it. The fifth thing you should eliminate from your life in old age is excessive attachment to the past. It's only natural to look back on your life as you age, reflecting on the moments that have shaped you, the triumphs, the heartaches, the lessons learned, and the memories made. Whether those memories bring a sense of joy or sadness, they are a part of your story. However, when you find yourself clinging too tightly to the past, it can hold you back from fully embracing the present and all the potential it holds. Constantly dwelling on what has already passed, whether it's reliving the glory of days gone by or rehashing old regrets, can trap you in a cycle of nostalgia and yearning that prevents you from moving forward. Excessive attachment to the past is like living in a constant state of comparison, comparing the glory days to the reality of the here and now. It keeps you tethered to a time that no longer exists, making it hard to appreciate the beauty of what's in front of you. It's as though the present is overshadowed by the weight of yesterday's memories, and in doing so, you miss out on the new opportunities and experiences waiting to be discovered. Life, even in its later years, still has so much to offer. It's easy to think that because certain chapters have closed, there is nothing more to look forward to, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Old age offers a perspective that is enriched with wisdom, where every moment, no matter how small, can hold meaning and joy. There's a deep, transformative power in letting go of the past. Memories will always be there, but when you're able to release your excessive attachment to them, you give yourself the freedom to experience life anew. Sometimes, we hold on to the past as if it's the only thing that defines us, but that's simply not true. You are not just the sum of your past experiences. You are the sum of the choices you make every day, the relationships you cultivate, and the moments you choose to embrace. Letting go of what can never be changed or undone is an act of emotional liberation. It's a release of the emotional baggage that weighs you down and an opening to embrace the beauty of the present moment. By focusing too much on what could have been or what has been lost, you rob yourself of the opportunity to live with gratitude for what you have now. The present is where life happens. It is the space where new memories are created, where new friendships blossom, and where you can finally allow yourself to experience the joy of simply being. Life in the later years offers a chance to rediscover simple pleasures, cultivate hobbies that bring fulfillment, and engage in relationships that add richness and meaning to your days. The past may have shaped who you are, but it does not define who you can be now. You have the power to choose how you engage with the present and what you allow into your future. Letting go of the past doesn't mean forgetting or denying the importance of the memories. It simply means releasing the hold that those memories have on your heart and mind. It's about accepting that what was once beautiful, painful, or meaningful is a part of your history, but it does not have to dictate how you live today. In doing so, you free yourself to enjoy life with more peace, more clarity, and a sense of lightness. You are no longer chained to the past, but are instead open to the fullness of life as it is now. And that is where the real freedom lies. What matters most is not what has already been, but how you choose to live in the present moment, free from the emotional weight of a past that cannot be altered. By focusing on the now, you make space for gratitude, joy, and the endless possibilities that still await you. The sixth thing you should eliminate from your life in old age is excessive responsibilities that no longer belong to you. As we age, there's often a lingering sense of duty, a desire to continue taking on roles that once defined us, whether in the family, at work, or in other areas of life. For many, a large part of their identity has been shaped by the care they've given, the commitments they've fulfilled, and the sacrifices they've made for others. Perhaps you've spent years being the unwavering caregiver for your children, the dedicated provider in your career, or the pillar of support for friends and family. These roles were once vital to your sense of purpose and fulfillment. But as time passes, it's essential to recognize that you can't continue carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders forever. The responsibilities that once belonged to you may no longer serve your well-being, and continuing to shoulder them can quickly become a heavy burden. As you age, your focus should shift toward caring for your own needs, finding joy in the present, and savoring the moments that remain. Continuing to say yes to every request, taking on tasks that can be better handled by others, or clinging to obligations that no longer fall within your scope only generates unnecessary stress. It's easy to feel that you must always be there for everyone, that you have to be the one to fix every problem or meet every need. However, this kind of self-sacrifice can prevent you from living with the peace and joy that you deserve. It's not about being selfish, it's about recognizing that there's a time to let go, to step back, and to allow others to take responsibility for the roles that no longer belong to you. In doing so, you free yourself from the mental and emotional strain of constantly being the one to solve everything. Delegating responsibilities is one of the most important acts of self-care you can perform in your later years. It's about understanding your limits, recognizing that your time and energy are precious, and trusting those around you to step up and handle tasks that don't need to fall on your plate. Whether it's passing on family duties, letting go of obligations at work, or asking for help in your personal life, you are giving yourself permission to live with less pressure and more freedom. This shift in perspective allows you to create space for what truly matters: rest, relaxation, and reflection. You deserve to experience the peace that comes from letting go of what no longer serves you, and from allowing yourself the freedom to live more lightly. In old age, it's easy to feel as though you are still responsible for fixing everything, whether it's mending relationships, resolving family conflicts, or solving problems for others. But the truth is, you don't have to solve the world's problems. You don't have to bear the emotional weight of every crisis. Life becomes much more fulfilling when you allow yourself the grace to step back and trust that others can handle what's theirs to carry. You've worked hard your whole life, and now it's time to embrace the art of rest. Time spent reflecting, unwinding, and enjoying your life without the constant burden of responsibilities is not only good for your mental health, but also essential for maintaining your physical well-being. It's time to relax and to allow yourself the gift of peace, without the weight of carrying more than necessary. This doesn't mean abandoning those you love or ceasing to offer support where it's needed, but it does mean recognizing when you've done enough. It's okay to let go and trust that others will step in. The truth is, by freeing yourself from the weight of excessive responsibilities, you open the door to a life of more joy, peace, and self-care. You've earned it. Let go of the unnecessary burdens that weigh you down and make room for the freedom to live in the present. Your time, your life, and your well-being matter now more than ever. The seventh thing you should eliminate from your life in old age is the need for approval from others. Throughout our lives, we are often conditioned to seek external validation, whether it's from friends, family, colleagues, or society in general. This constant yearning for approval can become a powerful force that shapes our decisions, actions, and sense of self. But as we grow older, the need for this validation can become exhausting, and more importantly, it can prevent us from living authentically and according to our true desires and needs. Reaching old age offers a rare and invaluable opportunity to break free from the shackles of external judgment and expectations, embracing who we truly are, without fear of how others may perceive us. The truth is, no matter how hard we try, we can never fully meet everyone's standards. People will always have their own opinions, preferences, and expectations, and it's impossible to please them all. And the more we try to mold ourselves into what others want, the further we move from who we truly are. This incessant search for approval creates a distance between us and our own essence, our core values, our passions, and our innermost desires. By constantly seeking validation, we end up neglecting what makes us genuinely happy and satisfied. The need for approval can cause us to suppress our authentic selves in favor of pleasing others, which only leads to frustration, resentment, and emotional exhaustion. Eliminating this need for approval is a transformative and crucial step toward a lighter, freer, and fuller life in old age. It's a decision to prioritize your own well-being and happiness over the opinions of others. It's a commitment to live your life by your own standards, to embrace your individuality, and to pursue what brings you peace and fulfillment. This stage of life is a time to release the pressure of seeking constant approval and validation, and instead focus on making choices that reflect your true self, regardless of what others may think. When you let go of the need for others' approval, you create space for a profound sense of freedom. You no longer feel bound by the expectations of others, and you can begin to live life on your own terms. This newfound freedom brings with it a deep sense of peace, contentment, and authenticity. The liberation that comes with no longer seeking external validation allows you to embrace life's moments fully and wholeheartedly. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. In the end, what truly matters is living in harmony with yourself, being at peace with the choices you make and the person you've become. Your joy and happiness are not contingent on anyone else's approval. They come from within. When you eliminate the need for others' opinions, you are free to enjoy each moment, making decisions that align with your values and desires, and living a life that reflects your unique essence. It is your life, and you deserve to live it authentically, without being weighed down by the judgment of others. The 8th thing you should eliminate from your life in old age is the dependence on sex and masturbation, especially when it becomes a compulsive desire to engage in these activities every night. While sexuality remains an important and natural part of life at any age, it is essential to reassess its role as we grow older. In the later years of life, it's crucial to find a healthy balance between sexual expression and other dimensions of life that bring joy, peace, and emotional fulfillment. This balance is key to ensuring that sexuality does not become an obsession or distraction that interferes with your mental health, relationships, and overall well-being. When the need for sex or masturbation begins to dominate your thoughts and actions, it can slowly transform into a dependency that takes control over your life. Like any addiction, this kind of compulsive behavior can consume your attention, leaving little room for other pleasures, interests, and meaningful connections. Rather than enhancing your life, it begins to create an imbalance. This fixation can erode your emotional and spiritual health, weakening the richness of your relationships and leaving you emotionally disconnected. It can also have physical consequences, such as fatigue or feelings of shame, which may further diminish your self-esteem. The constant pursuit of immediate sexual gratification can lead to dissatisfaction. It prevents you from cultivating deeper emotional bonds or appreciating other forms of intimacy. Instead of finding joy in shared moments, nurturing connections, or discovering new hobbies and experiences, you may become trapped in an endless cycle of temporary relief, only to feel empty again once the moment passes. Over time, this can create a sense of frustration, loneliness, and emotional emptiness as your genuine needs for companionship, affection, and spiritual growth are neglected. Releasing the dependence on sex or masturbation is a powerful step toward regaining emotional and physical balance. It creates space for other kinds of pleasure and fulfillment that don't solely rely on physicality. In old age, you have the opportunity to explore and embrace new forms of intimacy, which might include affection, deep conversations, shared experiences, or tender moments of care and kindness. These emotional connections can be incredibly enriching, providing a sense of lasting joy and fulfillment. Unlike fleeting physical pleasure, these connections nurture the soul and create bonds that transcend the physical, allowing you to experience intimacy in its truest and most meaningful form. By learning to shift your focus from immediate gratification to deeper emotional connections, you free yourself from the cycle of compulsive behavior. You open yourself up to a broader spectrum of pleasures that stem from shared laughter, mutual support, intellectual stimulation, and the warmth of companionship. This balance between physical desires and emotional enrichment helps restore harmony to your life and create space for serenity, joy, and deeper satisfaction. You'll discover that true contentment in old age comes from a balance of emotional, spiritual, and physical well-being, not from seeking pleasure as a quick fix. This shift in perspective not only benefits your emotional health, but also strengthens your relationships. You will begin to feel more at peace with yourself, less burdened by compulsive urges, and more attuned to the joys that come with meaningful connections. Embracing this balance allows you to enjoy your later years with greater ease, free from the weight of unrealistic expectations and external pressures. This stage of life is about rediscovering pleasure in its simplest, purest forms, those that nourish the heart and mind rather than fleeting desires that don't provide lasting satisfaction. By eliminating dependencies, including compulsive sexual behavior, you create space to experience life more fully. You release the hold of old patterns that no longer serve you and open up to a world filled with more profound, meaningful experiences. This is the time to celebrate the richness of life, to enjoy moments of peace and contentment, and to embrace the beauty of human connection in ways that provide lasting joy and fulfillment. In conclusion, by letting go of compulsive sexual behaviors and focusing on emotionally fulfilling experiences, you enhance your overall quality of life. Freeing yourself from this dependence opens the door to deeper satisfaction, healthier relationships, and a sense of inner peace. Old age should not be a time spent chasing fleeting pleasures, but a time to savor the profound joys that come from a life well lived, filled with connections that nourish the soul. As we wrap up, think about the relationships and emotional baggage that may be weighing you down. Are you surrounded by people who lift you up, or those who drain your energy? Are there grudges or toxic habits holding you back from living your best life? The time to take action is now. Let go of what no longer serves you, and make room for the joy, peace, and love that are waiting for you. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment below sharing what changes you're ready to make in your life. And don't forget to subscribe for more content that empowers you to live your best life, no matter your age. What's the first step you're going to take to eliminate negativity from your life? Let's talk about it in the comments.